Welcome back. We got the bug still in progress. I mentioned the Zephyr is going to be out of the shop for a little while. We're waiting on some parts, transmission, etc. So I had the roof off of this thing yesterday, and it got me thinking, the dark hours in the middle of a project, once all the inspirations pass, we're in that with all these projects. The mock-up is always the most exciting part, and then you're left with, in this case, years of development. And it makes you wonder if you've made the right choice or choices. Look at this thing back here. I put the nose on just earlier, and I was like, you ever been on a date like that? Hey, this is my creation. Just thinking about that. Still a lot more to do. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. Without the roof, it's a pretty interesting rig. Feeling like maybe the hearts... Dang, did I say that? The classic Bug Eye Baja kit does bubble out like that. But are the hearts too much? Are the hearts too much, or maybe does it just need a bumper to help this? These are the ramblings of a madman. What's going on here? It's just... doesn't add up. Maybe we should put the hearts in place. This wouldn't be the first time I took an idea and just completely trashed it. I was so hot on this for so long. Getting the roof, getting all this other stuff. Then you stand back and look at it in a different context. And you wonder, what I'm doing, is that okay? Do these things even fit in here anymore? Or are we just really, really out of line with this? Actually, like that, you know what? I just started to like this thing again. Now looking at it, it's got this kind of a sad look. The eyes look a little disappointed. Let me clean this out right here. Victor said it best. He said, that's your dream machine. He said, you're always secretly trying to build some kind of Scooby-Doo. That's what he called it. And yes, it's got to look weird. The issue if I did build a bumper is this tilts forward, so the bumper would have to tilt forward. Anybody got ideas? So here's the whole vibe. It's going to need some structure in here. We have this really well reinforced as far as the hood goes. But in here, we're still going to need some action. This center bar here has got to stay. And this is why I ended up cutting this out, so that this could clear. I wonder, do we just remove this? Yeah, I think I'm going to shut this real quick and look inside. I think we might be able to attach a cross brace right through here because there's going to be a fuel tank in there. Not the stock one. I would have my special glasses on, but I'm trying to save those for special occasions. Yeah, it looks like there's a hole here and a hole here. Set a piece of tube in here for some structure just to get started. I'm going to use this 1-inch square. Yeah, I'll set this in, that way I can attach the tank to that. I've been laying here looking at this and just trying to figure out what it is I don't like about the front of this. And like the hard eyes are okay for me. I mean, literally, sometimes I do this. Sit here, I clean the floor, right? I don't like that. This is some kind of oddball exotic, and that's not working for me. So it just got me thinking, like, does it just have some kind of a bumper in front of it at a round tube? Maybe it has this to represent that, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just cut this. Find the center of this thing and just put a pie cut right in the middle. Yeah, you might ask yourself, is this the sign of a guy who's just about to fail on his own project? I don't know. I wonder. Yeah. Let's tack this. Now, I need to build this on the ground. Because that's the perspective you're looking at. The car's even going to be lower than this. So we get a couple stands. I think this one might be pretty difficult. I'm glad the Zephyr's out of here. I'm going to put this on a little stand. That way I can move the car away from this. These distances look good, but this wants to be lower. I'm kind of out of room with the jack stands, so let me set this thing up because it's at a really interesting angle right now. It's tilted both rearward and with this V shape, but it lines up with the headlights just right. But I want to come down a couple more inches. The bottom of the car is 4. Well, right now it's 3.5. I want the bottom of that. It's got to come down 1 more inch. So let's make this 5. Let's get a 4-inch piece for a riser. I feel like this is really going to help out with the look of this nose. Take it away from that Baja bug appearance. You can confirm that this center is correct. 7.5, so 3 3/4. Yeah, so this V is right where it needs to be. It's gonna make a couple points of reference. So this may or may not be a V in the end right here. I could just put a nice piece of tube surrounding it, or just creating a round edge. But we got a stand and we got this shape. Now we need to turn this up. I'm gonna try to find some elbows. I think I have some exhaust elbows in this diameter. All right. I found these 2 U-bends. So let's work on this. This is what I'm thinking. So I want this curve to turn up. Turn up. And we're going to find where this angle here intersects this tube. I think it's going to be, we're looking at this. We're looking at this angle here coming into here. And I'm going to pick this right here. Let's cut that. It's dicey, I know. It might work. It just might work. So let's not get dyslexic now. I'm gonna come in here, set this. Yeah, that's what we want. It's gonna come up. Oh, that's hot. It's gonna be just a little bit more, but basically like that. 1 more trim and we're good. So I trimmed that a little bit more, and now, yeah, that's coming in just at the right angle. Love it. So let's cut this off in the saw, and then we'll figure out how long this is going to be chopped out. See, this is why I set up this center stand for this. I'm going to cut this in the saw real quick. All right, so we're bringing this in. This tube is just a reference at this point for this angle. We're going to say we're going to have this roughly right there. And we're gonna cut through here. And this is why I made those marks, because I'm gonna be taking this off a lot. Back and forth off the car. So we said this to there to there. Yeah, that's cool. That is just funky enough for a guy like me. But we want this considerably shorter. This is here, and this is coming up. We want this to be considerably shorter. Probably somewhere right around here, give or take. I'll take this to the saw. All right, before we get too carried away, I'm gonna cut these two out of the other piece. That way we're starting with some symmetry. Just a real quick matchup here of angles of the dangles. All right, so now we have equals. All right, so now we got equal pairs. I'm probably gonna pop this on and off a number of times until I get this angle right. But let's try this. I don't know, does this look weird? Let's see. Let's give that a little bit of bend. Not that much bend. So this is the perfect opportunity, hopefully, for these glasses. Can you see how I'm using this spot weld as a holder? And I'm going to trim all the way around this tube. That way I can bring this in 1/4 inch, because this angle is perfect. And then, of course, cut the spot weld off separate. Start this over. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, of course. I'm working on this. So let me tuck that in, bring that up just a smidge, pin this. All right, let's set this to the other side now. And just make a quick assessment with the tape measure. From the center to that is 11 3/4. So let's just check that here. I don't know that it'll be the same, but I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Just like we have here, I measured from there to the center, measured from the center to there. I'm gonna cut this and see. Trying to get these two parallel. So I'm looking down this, and I could see that this one's got to rotate back considerably. So looking here, yeah, that is where it wants to be. Okay, so that was quite the wrestling match, but I got this. Looking over here, that angle looks decent. Looking over here, that angle looks decent. What I'm going to try to do is just weld this together enough, put the ends on, clean it up a little bit, and that's it for today. It's going to sit on a stand on the floor till we attach to the car, but yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find two nice ends for that. But this is cool. All right, all that grinding and welding headed up to this. I'm feeling it. The ends are weird, and the center is not going to be on that stand, so just look at the part that's sanded out. Let's look around, see if we can't find some piece to end this thing off. A little cap. I used to have all these post caps, little half round ends, somewhere in this pile, or even a ball shape like a sphere. Trailer hitch, trailer ball. Let's look over here. Way down in the bottom. Let's see. See a ball end like that. Another ball end. Another ball end. If you see anything, feel free to shout out. This is bigger. This is about 2 inches plus. We need 1.5 inch end. Yep, here's another ball. Come on, my pile of stuff hasn't failed me yet. I found those 2 U-bends. Let's go over here to the old derelict cart. A lot of Ford engine parts for the Zephyr. Man. Alright, I looked everywhere. There was really nothing. The move kind of messed us up a little bit. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to leave this for now. But what I see, I mean, maybe I could find some deluxe little marker lights. I mean, that would look cool too. Like a little standalone. But this, you know, to come parallel here, this will be cut somewhere in there. Both sides. Yeah, maybe I'll put a cool little light on there. So yeah, floor work. It's okay. It's good exercise. Stretching out the hips. This is going to be the front bumper design. You can see it takes away from that big square to a nice V bottom up. Hope you like the glasses cam. Trying to really dial this in. I'm gonna look for some lights to put on the ends right here. That's the front end. They look kind of like chopper handlebars. I like it.